Good day, everyone, and welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to do a nice little chair yoga class today. So, I want you to sit comfortably in your chair, preferably something nice and sturdy with a back to it. All right. Now, or whatever you can manage. All right. So, again, I'm going to go through the breathing. It's in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. So try and relax. Relaxing is actually the hardest part. So, and inhale completely. Always try and suspend your breath. Just hold it for a couple of seconds and exhale. So every breath you take is long and smooth. And I will cue you on the breathing. When I say the next exhale or your next exhale is when we move, because we always move on the exhale. All right? And again, listen to your body. Pay attention to how you feel and how you move. If something we do is not going to feel good or aggravate a condition or cause you pain, think about it before you try it. There's always ways to make little adjustments in everything we do to find a place that feels good for you. And if it's definitely not going to work, don't worry about it. You know, just come right out of it, all right? Or skip it altogether, okay? So I want you to sit in your chair and I want you to sit back. Just sit back and relax. Now again, ankle and knees, make sure they're nice and lined up so you can relax your legs. Sit back in your chair, all right? Now we always start the class with a couple of minutes of breathing, pranayama. Prana is breath and pranayama is breath control. Every week, every class I show a different mudra, a different hand position. If it's not your thing, just put your hands on your lap and you can breathe that way. But if you'd like to try a mudra, all right, today we're going to sit, breathe in Yoni Mudra. So I'd like you to put your hands together. You're going to drop 3 fingers, index fingers stay together. Now, sit back in your chair. You can rest your thumb, rest your hand against your chest if you want. So Yoni Mudra is said to awaken feelings of self-assuredness and confidence. Balances the energy in the body and increases physical balance and also higher concentration. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together. Excuse me. Try to relax the shoulders. Just focus on the breath. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Now's the time to drop your day, settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. One more breath. And on the next exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together now. Now at this point, I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair. So again, being aware of your posture. So let's rub our hands vigorously, activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. And let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more big breath. And on the next exhale, I want you to drop 3 fingers again. Index fingers together. Now we're going to get into Jupiter Mudra. So sitting nice and tall, take a breath. And on the exhale, let's see if we can reach all the way up. All the way. Now, if this is going to bother your arms or shoulders, bring them down a little bit. Find a place that feels better. Otherwise, let's wake up that body. Release that spine. Breathe. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra. One more breath. On the next exhale, hands together, preparing for a half moon salute. Take a breath. And on the exhale, I want you just to lean slightly to the right. You don't have to go far. Try to keep your back straight. Like try not to twist your body if you can help it. And just go a little bit. Beautiful stretch for the left side of the body. Working the abdominals, working the back muscles and the obliques, muscles along the side of your body. Exhale, come up. Use your core muscles to help you move. Let's go to the left. Take a breath. Exhale. Seated half moon salute. One more breath. Exhale, come up slowly. Now if you can, Release the hands, inhale into a gentle back bend, or just reach up to the ceiling. Try to relax the shoulders, breathe. One more breath. On the next exhale, bring the hands down slow and gentle in case your shoulders are tired now. On the outside of the knee, preparing for a forward fold. Take a breath. On the exhale, I want you to slide your hands down the outside of your calves, bow your head, round your shoulders. Now here you can go as low as you want or come up a little higher. Be careful it doesn't make you dizzy. This is a really nice, beautiful stretch, releasing the spine, the muscles up and down your back, your shoulders, a beautiful forward fold. One more breath. Preparing to come back up. On the exhale, slide your hand, come up very slowly so you don't get dizzy. Reversing the blood flow. Come all the way up. Great. Hands on the lap, sitting tall. Let's roll the shoulders out gently. Now, if your shoulders are really tight, just take it easy. Try and get as much movement as you can. Releasing those tight shoulders, the tension we hold in our upper body and our shoulders and our neck as well. We're going to do this particular move a few more times. The more you do it, the more you roll the shoulders out, the better you feel. All right? Now, sitting nice and tall, just keep your hands on your lap. Let's work on our neck now, very gentle. So be very careful again. If you have issues with different parts of your body, try what we're going to do. And if it's really not going to feel good, please come right out of it. Listen to your body. That being said, sitting nice and tall, let's get a gentle neck stretch. So take a breath. On the exhale, turn your head gently to the left. Now you don't have to go far. Releasing the right side of the neck. Those little tiny muscles. It doesn't take a lot for them to be compressed. And if they're tight, the nerves, the blood vessels are also compressed. So releasing everything. Increasing the blood flow into your brain. Beautiful deep oxygenation into your brain by just releasing those tight muscles, nerves, and blood vessels. Helping with your memory, your decision making, your thought process. One more breath. On the exhale, come to center slowly. Let's try the other side. Ready? Exhale. Releasing the left side of the neck. Again, you don't have to go far. You don't have to torque your neck or anything. You just move a little bit is all that's necessary. Let's come out of this one. Exhale, come to center. Take a breath. If you can, I want you to tilt your head back. Just look up to the ceiling. Releasing the throat. Breathe. One more breath. And if you can, on the next exhale, we're going to bow our heads, so very gentle. Slowly, just keep your back straight, just bow. Just look at the floor if you want. Releasing the top of the cervical spine, the back of the neck. One more breath. Exhale, come up very, very slowly. All right, let's do a nice shoulder shrug. So take a breath. And on the exhale, if you can, I want you to bring the shoulders up and hug your ears as tight as you can. Squeeze. And this is a nice, easy, quick way to release tension into the upper body, into the shoulders. Squeeze as tight as you can. This you can do as many times as you want during the day. It feels really good. One more breath. On the exhale, let it go. Just let those shoulders fall. Now, let's roll them out again. Roll them out very slowly and gently. See if you notice a little bit of a difference. Roll them out. Lovely. All right. So we're going to work some shoulders and some arms now. Again, so we're going to try a nice little tricep press. So what I'd like you to do is, if you can, put your hands on either side of your elbows and bring them up right here. So we're going to do a couple from here. So let me show you first. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to lean slightly to the right. And as I lean to the right, I'm going to pull on my left elbow just a little bit. You don't have to yank on it. You pull on a little bit, all right? We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So, and then we'll do the other side. So, ready? Inhale. Exhale as you just lean a little bit to the right, and then just gently pull, just a bit. Releasing the shoulders, biceps, triceps. One more breath. Exhale, come to center. Relax that left elbow. We're going to go to the other side. Ready? Big breath. Exhale, lean to the left as you gently pull on, just pull a little bit on the right elbow. Always remember to move your body slowly, carefully, and very gently. It's not a race. It's not a contest. And center. All right. Now, what we're going to do here is I want you just to put your hands together, kind of lace them together. Inhale up and exhale. Fold in the elbows. That's it. And go. Inhale. So this is working the tricep. So the our little chicken wing muscles right underneath here. One more time. Up. Shoulders as well. You can feel your shoulders with this one too. And bring it down. All the way. Bring them down very slowly. All the way down. Now roll them out again. Now this position here is called our mountain Tadasana. So sitting nice and tall again, always being aware of your posture. Just let your arms hang, let gravity pull them down. This is your resting place, a neutral place, mountain position. So this is a place you can come to any time during the class for any reason. You can come here and hang out here as long as you want. But this is a really good opportunity for you to just focus on your breath. This is a static position, you're not moving. So I want you just to breathe. Feel your chest rise as you inhale. Always hold it for a couple of seconds. And exhale, feel your chest lower or sink. This is the beautiful breath. The breath that is calming, soothing, balancing, and so cleansing. Let's take one more. All right, lovely. Okay, so hands on the lap. So we're going to do a little shoulder stretch now. So from here, what I'd like you to do is just bend the right elbow. Take your left hand, put it on the elbow. So let me show you first. All you're going to do here is you're going to pull on the elbow a little bit. You're just going to pull on the arm. Now here again, go as far as comfortable. All right, be very gentle with your shoulder. Especially if you have issues with your shoulder. Now again, you can have it here. If some people like to come up here, some people like to come way up here and do it. You're going to know where it feels the best for you. So, shall we try it together? Left hand on right elbow. Ready? On the exhale, just pull gently. Now, once you get into the position and it feels okay, you can go further if you want or back up if you have to. And if you want to put your right hand on your left shoulder and give yourself a beautiful little hug while you're here, you can do that too. One more breath. Exhale, release. All right, shall we try the other side? Now, when I do this, my left arm, my shoulder gives me a little grief sometimes, so I have to do it way up here, otherwise it just doesn't feel as good. So that's what I mean by making little adjustments. I do it all the time as well. So let's try this side here. Ready? On the exhale, and just gently pull. So this is what I mean by listening to your body. Even if you have some little issues in that, you can still move, even if it's a little bit. It doesn't matter. Exhale, release. Because where you are is where you need to be in every move you make. So come down, mountain again, roll them out from here. All right, so we're going to just do one more for our arms and shoulders, all right? So hopefully you're not getting too tired yet. So let's do some nice little circles. This is specifically for the shoulder, range of motion, mobility of the shoulder. So let me show you this one here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to inhale around into a small circle. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to pause. Then I'm going to try and do a little bit of a medium-sized circle. And then if you can, a big, giant, big circle. And then when you finish the big one, then you're going to do the reverse. You're going to do backwards. Big circle, medium, and small. Now, depending on how your arms and shoulders feel, if you want to just do a few little ones, that's okay. You don't have to do big ones. You can adjust. Maybe one arm wants to do what the other one doesn't want to do. Make that adjustment according to what feels good for those shoulders. Sitting tall. Ready? Let's go. Inhale around. Now just pause and then go. You have to stop to take an inhale anyway. This way you step away from momentum. You have some form of control. That's why that breath is so important. It helps you control your movements. Now I'm going to do backwards. Ready? Inhale. I'm doing a smaller one, medium. And then just a little one. beautiful shoulder circles. And that's it. Relax. Hands on the lap. Now, if you want to roll them out, roll them out. Let it go. Release the tension as it accumulates, especially in the shoulders and the upper body. All right, so let's keep going now. So we're going to leave the arms and shoulders alone for a while, all right? So let's get into working our spine. So we're going to do our cat and cow. So again, if you have issues with your back and your spine, be very careful and very gentle. Even if you manage to do one and you kind of make little adjustments, do whatever you can manage, all right? So let me show you this one first. Now, cat and cow again is mobility, lengthening, releasing the spine. So I'm going to do a quick little demo and then we'll do it together. So I'm bringing my arms like this. I'm going to inhale as I look up. I'm going to bring my shoulder blades together gently. This will help open the chest. And then I'm going to exhale as I arch my back, bow my head, round my shoulders. And I want you to visualize you're hugging a big ball. All right, so we're going to do about 5 of those. All right, so do what you can. If you find you can only do a couple and you want to stop, come back to mountain and hang out there. Ready? Go. Inhale. Inhale up. Exhale as you arch the back. Bow your head around the shoulders. Hug your big ball. Inhale up. Exhale. Cat and cow, lengthening the spine. Releasing that spine. Releasing upper back. Beautiful stretch for your lower back. Exhale. Breath in motion, meditation in motion, cat and cow. And exhale. One more. Up. And when you finish your last position, whenever, come up very slowly. Put your hands on your lap very slowly. All right, lovely. That's our beautiful cat and cow. Now, we're going to continue on one more for our spine. We're going to do our gentle twist pose. So I'm going to give you 2 positions for your legs. Now, the twist pose, again, be very careful with your spine. If you have issues with your back and your spine, you don't want to go too far because we're going to be looking, turning to the right. So for the legs, first of all, left hand on the right knee. You can keep your legs where they are. If you want to try crossing at the ankle, right ankle on top of the left, you can do it that way if you want. When you cross at the ankle, all that is just a beautiful, gentle stretch for the whole right side of the leg. So it's not really, it's a very static position as well. So you can decide where you want to put your legs, either like this or like this. Left hand still goes onto the right knee. Now, I'd like you to reach back and maybe hold on to the side of the chair, all right? So we're going to look over the right shoulder. So, ready? Take a breath. On the exhale, look over the right shoulder. Start very slowly. If it feels okay, if you're comfortable and you want to go further, push on your knee a little bit to the left. You'll get a little bit more. Be very careful. If it's not good, come right out of it. Back up if you have to. This is a gentle spinal twist. Try to relax the shoulders. Keep your back straight. Breathe. Even the twist pose, the breath is exactly the same. One more breath. Preparing to come out of this one, exhale, slowly release. All right, okay? Release your ankles if they're crossed. Let's try the other side. So again, if you want to just keep your legs where they are, right hand and left knee, just try and hold. I always want you to make sure you're holding on to something. Hold on to the side of the chair, the back of the chair. Look over the left shoulder. Again, if you want to cross at the ankle, left ankle on top of the right, just relax your knees when you're doing this too. Ready? On the exhale, try this side here. Maybe this is the side of your body that is a little bit stronger. That's a little more balanced. Maybe it's a little easier to move. Or maybe not. Maybe this is the side of the body that's a little tighter. So move according to how your body feels. Breathe. Now releasing our spine, keeping it strong and balanced and supple and flexible, releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscles up and down your spine. Gently, of course. One more breath. Exhale, slowly release. Come to center. Now, hands on the lap, untangle those little ankles if they're together and roll them out. All right, so from here, we're going to work some hands. So let's leave the shoulders. Let's focus on our forearms, wrist, hands, and fingers. So I want you just to sit, make sure you're sitting tall. Bring the arms down. Fingers are open, bend at the wrist. If you can, just slightly turn out to the baby finger. So what we want to do here is get a beautiful lengthening, a nice stretch for the extensor muscles on the forearm, the wrist, the hands. And by turning your hands slightly out to the baby finger, we can release the muscle along the side as well of the forearm. Excuse me, one more breath. On the exhale, I want you to bring your palms to ceiling, bend the elbows a bit. Let's focus on the hands, down the fingers. So right fingertips on the tip of the left and just bring them back. Now again, go as far as comfortable. Some stretches, maybe you want to go a little deeper and it feels good. Some maybe not. You're still getting the same position. It doesn't matter how deep or how little you move. It's the same thing. You're working the muscles in the same way. Getting a beautiful stretch into the fingers, the hands, wrists, flexor muscles. One more breath. Exhale, let's try this side here. Breathe. If you find closing your eyes helps you relax, close your eyes. Just open them up once in a while and see what I'm doing, of course. One more breath. On the exhale, release. Now, bring the hands up. Let's work our fingers. Now, again, a lot of people have issues with their hands and fingers, so be very gentle and careful. So let me show you first. What we're going to do here is I'm going to fold my thumb in, and I'm going to wrap each finger around into a very loose fist, and then I'm going to slowly open them up. All right? So do what you can. Very important. This is going to really lubricate and release all the little joints in the fingers. Ready? Let's start. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Fold the thumb in gently, and then just slowly, just kind of bend them and wrap them around loosely. Very loose fist. Concentrate. Focus on exactly what you're doing, the part of the body you're working with right now. And then when you get to your little loose fist, slowly open everything up. Mobility, range of motion of the fingers. And open up. Open the hands up. Visualize, I want you to stretch the hands up. Visualize you've got strings pulling your fingers up to the ceiling. Stretch them out. Now relax the hands, let them hang, and roll the wrists around gently, very gently. Play a little piano if you like, just a little piano. All right, wonderful. And then shake it out, shake those hands out, release those hands and wrists. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna take a little rest before we start working the lower part of the body. So we're gonna get into our child's pose. So I'm gonna show you two positions, two ways to do this. Now, first of all, I really need you to scooch up in your chair. So just kind of wiggle around in your chair. And so you should have a little bit of the chair right here. Wiggle around, make sure your sit bones are nice and anchored. And I want those legs open as wide as you can get them. And it doesn't matter, you don't have to go super wide if it's uncomfortable. When you're sitting in this position, make sure the ankle and knees are lined up. So if you put your hands on your knees and you lean forward and you press on your feet, you're nice and anchored. You're not going anywhere. Now, whenever you sit in this position here, it's a gentle stretch for the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area. It's a gentle hip opener and releasing your tight buttocks, just sitting like this. So that being said, we're going to get into our child's pose. Let me show you two ways, and depending on how you feel. Now, the full child's pose is coming all the way down here and hanging. Now, again, if you have vertigo, high or low blood pressure, or anything like that, be very careful. You don't have to go that far. Again, if you prefer just to put your arms on your lap and just kind of bow your head and hang out here, that would be a modified version of the child's pose. So you can decide on what's going to feel good for you. Ready? Take a breath. And exhale. Child's pose Balasana is a resting place, a neutral place, and a wonderful, gentle, full body stretch. So let's take this time to thank ourselves for being here, right now. Maybe having a little gratitude, being grateful for this moment that we can get to share together. For whatever reason brings you here today, maybe you just want a nice little stretch. Maybe you just want to turn your brain off for a while and just relax and just maybe focus on your breath. Stepping away from the busyness of the outside world, the busyness of our lives. Slow things down. Part of your self-care, your self-soothing, and your well-being as well. Just a beautiful little stretch. Don't overthink it. One more breath. Exhale, come up very slowly. Put your hands on your knees if you need to. Reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. All right, lovely. Now, let's get those legs together. Now you can sit back in your chair a little bit. All right, so again, make sure you've got about half of your thigh off the chair. So again, sitting nice and tall. Let's work some feet and some ankles and some toes. So what I'd like you to do is get your feet, your legs together, and let's get them off the floor. You don't have to have them way up here. Just get them off the floor a little bit. So we're going to do some nice little ankle circles. So let me show you first. So you're going to inhale around, pause. All right, so we're going to do 3 one direction, 3 the other. So when you inhale around and you exhale, always make sure you pause just for a second. You have to stop to take an inhale anyway. This way you step away from momentum. You've got full control, and that's where that breath is so important. It helps you control your movements. So let's focus on articulating the ankles. This is going to work the lower leg muscles as well in the foot. So again, 3 one direction, 3 the other. Let's see what we can do. And when you do this, try not to wiggle your leg around. If your leg moves a bit, don't worry about it, but try not to be moving your legs around too much. Focus on the ankle. So hold on to the chair, hold on to your legs, it doesn't matter, just hang on to something. Ready? Let's go. Inhale around. Again, focus on exactly what you're doing. Part of the body you're working with, your ankles, your feet, your lower legs. The rest of your body is still. It's relaxed. Nothing else is moving. I'm going to do the other direction now. Round. And one more. Lovely. And that's it. Now I want you to let your feet land on the floor. Just let them go. Relax your knees. Let's come back to mountain. Take that breath. Surrender to your breath. Be the watcher of your breath. Let's take one more. And then from here, bring the knees together. Now I want you to bring your feet off the floor a little bit again. So what we're going to do now is just plain little piano. Let's work the toes. So even with socks on, let's wiggle your toes around. Wiggle them around. Really articulate those little toes. You can round the ankles a little faster if you want. And if you want to add your ankle or your wrists and your fingers, we can do it. You can go a little faster if you want. Just wiggle things around. Really move things around. Lovely. Feet on the floor, back them up. Now, ankle and knees are lined up again. We're going to do a calf raise. So let's focus on the calf. So let me show you first. You're going to inhale on the ball of your foot and you're going to come back down. Heels are on the floor. 4 times. Sitting tall, relax the shoulders, hands on your lap. Let's go. Inhale up and keep going up. So just gently resting on the balls of your feet. You get the heels up, then you bring them down and up. One more time. And up. And down. That's it. Bring your heels onto the floor very gently and relax. Relax your legs, relax your heels. So now we're going to do a little bit of moving. Now we're nice and warmed up. So we're going to get into a goddess, or actually a crescent lunge. So what I'd like you to do is move to the right side of your chair. So just take a second and wiggle around. So what I need you, the end result is the right kind of the corner should be right between your legs. Now, if you can, I'd like you to stretch the right leg out. Now the left ankle and knee are nice and lined up. So if you put your hands on your knees and you press down on your foot and lean forward, you're anchored. You're not going anywhere, all right? Now, if you can have the right leg straight, the foot is on the floor. If this is really uncomfortable, bend your knee a bit. Don't worry about it, all right? So we're going to do a nice little move called a crescent lunge. So I'd like you to put your hands together just like this. Now make sure you're always aware of your posture. You're sitting tall. Ready? Inhale up. Now, you can stay here. Hands are up to the ceiling. If you want to do a crescent lunge, you can lean back just a bit. It's a little bit of a back bend. You don't have to go far. If it's really uncomfortable, just keep your arms straight up to the ceiling. Crescent lunge. One more breath. Exhale, straighten your spine. We're going to stay here. We're going to go into warrior two. On the exhale, left arm comes down, right arm right here, just like this. Now, if you can from here, I'd like you to turn your body slightly. So your left arm is just right on top of the left leg. Right arm is behind. You're looking at the tips of the left fingers. Relax the shoulders. If your arms are tired, bring them down a little if you need to. Make sure your back is straight. Warrior two. Breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, come to center. Now, bring the arms down slowly. Now, I want you to walk your right leg. Come to the center of the chair. And I want you to have those legs nice and wide again. So, legs are nice and wide, sitting on the very edge of the chair. Wiggle around, make sure you're comfortable. My chair is pretty squeaky here. All right, so legs are nice and wide, ankle and knees are lined up. So we're going to do a nice little goddess side bend. So, left forearm resting on the left lap. Right arm comes out here. What I'm going to do here, let me show you. I'm going to inhale up. And if you can, we're going to lean a little bit. You can keep your arm here, or you can bring the arm with you. If you find that you want to do it with your hand on your hip, do it that way if it's easier for you. Now, very important that your body stays nice and straight. So when you're doing this, try not to be twisted forward or back as best you can. So, shall we try it? Ready? Inhale, right arm up. You can stay here. You can lean a little bit. And if you want to go even deeper, you can bring that arm with you. Spread those fingers like rays of sunshine. Beautiful side goddess stretch, releasing, lengthening the whole right side of your body. And a nice lateral flexion of the spine. One more breath. Exhale. Come down. Shall we try the other side? Now, when you rest your right forearm on your lap, don't press down. Just rest it very gently. There's no pressure anywhere. Straighten that spine. Release the left arm. Ready? Inhale up. And then relax those shoulders. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale. Come back down. All right, lovely. And we're going to do one more while we're here. So put your hands on your knees or on your lap. I want you to roll the shoulders up right away. Roll them out. All right, so we're going to do a nice little squat from here. So again, let me show you first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my hands on my lap. All I'm going to do is I'm going to lean forward. All right? So again, this is going to be working some inner thighs, some glutes, some back muscles. When you lean forward, keep your back straight, head level with your spine. So try not to round your back and bow your head. Now you don't have to go very far. And when you're in this position, press down on your feet and that'll anchor you a little bit more. So let's try our little squat. Ready? Big breath. Exhale. Just lean a little bit. Like I said, you don't have to go far. If you want to go further, absolutely. You would go a little further down. My hands are resting gently on my knee, on my lap. The lower you go, the deeper it gets. You feel a really deep stretch into the inner thigh, especially. One more breath. Exhale, push your feet, push yourself up, press down on your feet. Use your hands a little bit if you need to. Come all the way. All right, so far so good. Roll the shoulders out. All right, let's get to the left side of the chair now. I'm going to move my chair over a little bit. Okay, now, so get to the left corner. Corner of the chair is between your legs. Ankle and knee are lined up of the right leg. And I'm going to stretch my left leg out. So wiggle around, make sure that you're nice and comfortable again. So press down on the foot, make sure you're nice and anchored. Left leg is straight. My foot, let me get this out of the way here, is flat on the floor. Again, if it's too intense, bend your knee a little bit. Don't worry about it. So let's try our goddess, or I should say our crescent lunge. So make sure your body's lined up in front of the right leg, hands together. Inhale up. Stay here. If you can, lean back a little bit. You don't have to go far. Relax everything. Focus on what you're doing. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, straighten spine. Bring the right arm down in front, left to the back. Your body will turn slightly. The arms should be lined up right on top of the right leg, looking at the tips of the right fingers. Arms are shoulder height. Bring them down if they're getting tired. Back is straight. Breathe. Warrior two. One more breath. Exhale, windmill left arm down. Now we're going to come back to position. So I want you just to kind of walk your leg up very gently. Let's get back onto that chair now. So back onto the center of the chair. Perfect. Okay, let's do a couple more. So again, sitting nice and comfortable in your chair. Ankle and knees are nice and lined up. So we're going to work our hips a little bit now. So what we're going to do is some nice little circles. So now that you're in this position here, I'm going to get you to move a little bit more. So all I want you to do is just scooch up in your chair a little bit. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do, then I'll give you a second to adjust yourself in your chair. So we're going to focus on the right hip, the right thigh and the right hip. So again, if you have issues with your hips, be very gentle. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my foot up, I'm going to inhale around and exhale to center and pause. All right, so from here, if you need to scooch up a little bit, because I'd like you to be able to get your leg a little bit off the chair. So we're going to do 3 one direction, pause, 3 the other direction. All right, so again, mobility, range of motion of the hip. If it's going to be really uncomfortable for you, try a little circle. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a big circle, just a little circle. So inhale around, exhale, and keep going. Inhale around. One more, round and down. Try the other side. Inhale around, the other direction. Very slowly, in, round. And one more. And pause. Let's try this side here. Ready? Inhale around. Now, adjust the size of the circle depending on how your leg and your hip feels. One more, round, and stop. Try the other one. Inhale around. Other direction, around, and one more, round. And that's it. Gentle and relax. So let's go back to child's pose now. So open up the legs wide, wiggle around in your chair. Let's take a little rest. Let's rest those hips now. Take a breath in on the exhale. You can fold over, or if you prefer to come here and relax here. And just let it all go. Release everything. Breathe. We'll stay here for a few breaths to absorb the benefit of our practice so far. One more breath. On the exhale, come up very, very slowly, reversing the blood flow all the way up. All right, so now I want you to bring your legs together. Let's prepare for our closing Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today. Now I want you to scooch back in your chair. Now you can lean back finally. You can relax, just rest, all right? Now that we're going to have a little rest, I want you just to relax your whole body. You can relax your legs, let your arms hang down, it doesn't matter, all right? But I want you to focus on that breath. Slow it down and just really feel that breath. It's the same breath we started with. It's the same breath we had 10 minutes ago that we have right now, all right? Close your eyes and just breathe. And let's take a second to get in touch with the quiet part of who we are. Let's go within and connect with the self that knows that all is well in this moment. Since this moment is all we have, let's make the best of our time together by taking a rest and taking some time to explore who we are at the source. Yoga is a system of personal growth and development. It's a lifelong journey, not a destination. So don't expect to achieve mastery in all of the yoga postures or even any of them. The idea is to work towards mastery of those postures you can comfortably achieve, without straining. Regard the photographs of final postures as inspiration, not intimidation. Trust on the intelligence of your body to guide your practice so that you can enjoy and reap the rewards. Maximum benefits are gained by staying true to the level of where you are, by keeping up with the regular practice as well. Be patient with yourself in relation to your balance, your flexibility, your strength. This will all change in time. Let's offer ourselves one moment in time to ensure that we are living in tune with our truths. And let's embrace the silence in the room and in our minds. And let's go find that place deep inside that has all the questions and all of their answers. Our truth and our identity. Sat Nam. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into the room, back into your space. If you'd like to bring life back to your body, you can wiggle your fingers and toes if you'd like. Now at this point, I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair again, being aware of your posture. Let's bring our hands together and rub them vigorously, activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. And let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. One more big breath. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. All right, we're all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Susan, and this is our beautiful, gentle chair yoga class. It's the beginning of July right now. It's raining where I am here today. So I'm glad that you joined me, and again, have a lovely day, and it's summertime, so remember to get out and move and find something that you love to do and do it. Wear lots of sunscreen, don't forget that as well. So stay tuned, and we'll see you again in the future. All right, so thanks again for joining me, and have a lovely day.